Did your credit score just drop 25 points, 50 points, even 100 points, and you trying to figure out why? Don't worry, I got you. I'm explaining to you everything you need to know. So with that being said, you already know what time it is. Let's get right into it. What's up, family? I'm back with another one. Hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the family. So in today's class, we're going to go over 3 scenarios on why your credit score dropped a lot of points and what you can do to fix it. So with that being said, go grab a pen, go get some paper, and you know, you're just going to get you some water today because it's going to be a good one. Hey, welcome to today's lesson. So as you know, here's the outline of what we're going to be going over in today's lesson. So we're going to go over 3 different scenarios on why your credit score dropped so many points. So let's get into the first scenario. So one of the main reasons why your credit score is dropping is because you're knocking the credit bureaus out, you're disputing, and you're getting things removed from your credit report, and you're not understanding why your credit score is dropping. Trust me, I understand your frustration. I was going through the same process like 5 or 6 years ago. Here's my story. 5 or 6 years ago, I was trying to buy a house, right? And in the process of buying a house, I didn't understand nothing about credit. I didn't understand payment history. I didn't understand utilization. I understood like collections and things like that. But I didn't understand credit age, total accounts, hard inquiries. I didn't understand none of that when I was in the process of buying a house. Only thing I want to do is get this house for my family, for my daughter, because she was tired of being in an apartment and just in that closed space, right? We got the house, 3 stories, and she's gonna be able to go up and down the stairs, right? So in the process of whatever you're in the process of disputing and removing these negative accounts, and I understand. So I went through the same exact thing. I talked to my lender. I was like, yo, I'm doing everything you're telling me to do. I'm fixing my payment history. I'm paying down the credit cards. I'm removing these negative items. I'm doing everything you're telling me, but my credit score is still dropping. Why? And she broke it down to me like this, right? She said, same thing I'm about to tell you, right? Payment history is 35% of your score, right? So the 5 factors of a FICO score is, first factor is payment history, which is 35% of your score. Credit utilization, right, is 30% of your score, right? Credit age is 15% of your score. Total accounts, which is credit mix, is 10% of your score. The reason why I'm going over this is because I know everybody has Credit Karma, right? Hard inquiries, new accounts is 10% of your score. So she said, as you're disputing, as you're removing these negative accounts off your credit report, you're doing the right thing, right? However, when you remove derogatory accounts, or when you do certain things, and your credit profile is kind of thin, your age is gonna mess up, right? So what I mean by that is you probably had a high age right now because you have collections, right? That is calculated into credit age. So she said, as you're removing these negative accounts, your credit score is going to tank, right? As well as total accounts as well. You're messing up this part of your credit score. So she said, credit age and total accounts, they're going down, right? So as you're removing these negative accounts, and if you don't have I didn't have that many accounts on my credit report as well. So she said, as you're removing these things, your credit age, as you're removing these accounts off your credit report, your credit age is going to go down. So as your credit age go down, it's a percentage of your credit score, right? It's 15%. But I didn't have that many of the accounts to actually hold up this credit age. So as I was removing these accounts, my credit age was going down and down and down and down and down. And that's the reason why your credit score, I was like, okay, so I'm doing the right thing. She said, yes, but you need to start adding positive accounts to improve this, right? So the more positive accounts you have on your credit report, the better, because as you're adding new accounts and adding payment history and adding these different things, you're gonna see your credit score go back up, as well as when you remove the late payments. So what she said is, don't focus on the credit score right now because you got time. So in the time, what you need to be doing is focusing on paying down your credit card, right? Paying down your credit card. Also focus on your payment history, right? You gotta remove these late payments, as well as you wanna remove all these derogatory accounts off your credit report. So I'm telling you the same thing. Don't focus, please, don't focus on your credit score, right? Because it's gonna go up and down, up and down. You're gonna drive yourself crazy. Trust me, I've been through the same process. Like, yo, every second, I was checking my credit, every single day I was checking my credit score to see if it went up and down, up and down. She said, don't focus on that. Focus on your credit report. So I'm telling you the same thing. Focus on your credit report. See what you got to do to improve in each area. And once everything is like 100% correct, what I mean by 100% correct is payment history is at 100%, Utilization at 0%, right? Utilization at 0%. You have no derogatory accounts. Your credit age is on point. You have a lot of accounts, and you have like less than 3 hard inquiries on your credit report. Then you're gonna see your true score, right? So that's when you're gonna see your true score. And where you see your true score is on FICO. Is your FICO score, right? So you go to Experian.com and see your FICO score, or My FICO, or some other credit monitor that has FICO score. So that's when you see your real true score. So we just went over the first scenario on why your credit score is dropping a lot of points. Now we about to get into scenario number 2 on why your credit score might be dropping. So let's get into it. Another main reason why your credit score is dropping, I know this is about to sound crazy, but it's true. When you add accounts, when you add new accounts on your credit report, you're affecting age as well. So as we talked about it earlier, 15% of your credit score is age, right? So I'm gonna break down the score real quick. I forgot to break that down. So the highest credit score you can have is 850, right? And the lowest credit score you can have is 300. That means you have 550 points to play with, right? So you understand this, right? I want y'all to understand this. So anytime you look at your credit report, you understand the points and stuff like that. So 192.5, right? 35% of 550 is 192.5. I'm gonna do this real quick. 30% of 550 is 165 points. So 15% of 550 is 82.5 points, right? 10% of 550 is 55 points. Hey, y'all gonna learn everything about credit, right? So 10% of 550 is 55 points as well. So here's what I'm talking about. As you're adding new accounts, right? You're removing negative accounts, right? I know this sounds crazy, but as you're removing negative accounts and you're adding positive accounts, right? You're adding more accounts. What's going to happen is the more accounts you start adding on your credit report, right? It's gonna drop your score. Now, it's only dropping it for a short period of time, because over time, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months go by, you're gonna start seeing your credit score going back up, because now, since you added all these new accounts, right? Since you added all these new accounts, month after month after month after month, that's gonna start the age is gonna get higher and higher and higher and higher, and that's how your credit score is gonna go back up. So, like I said before, don't focus on the credit score right now. But I know everybody looks at their credit score, but over time, your credit score is gonna go back up, right? So it's gonna go back up over time. So what you need to do is continue adding accounts, right? If you have no accounts at all, I understand. We all start from zero, right? We all start from scratch. So continue adding positive accounts. Get enough accounts. Get enough accounts on your credit report. So when you're done. You don't gotta add no more. You can go ahead and go back. You can go over to business credit and leverage your personal credit to get some business credit cards. So now we're not messing with our credit report. I mean our personal credit, right? That's another conversation for another day. I can break down that later. But basically, what you want to do is add enough accounts, build up your credit profile, so you can get approved for anything that you want. And what you're doing is, as you're adding new accounts, once you start adding new accounts, your credit score is going to drop some, 10 points, 15 points, 20 points, 30, 40. It all depends on how many accounts you start adding, because it's affecting this age. But over time, 3 months from now, right? 3, 4 or 5 months, a year, you're gonna see that credit score increase. You're gonna be like, yo, why my credit score is increasing is because your credit age is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And this is how your credit score is dropping, but over time, it's gonna be jumping. So let's get into scenario number 3. Here's another scenario why your credit score dropped. Now this happened to me about 2 or 3 years ago. So I can't remember the exact time frame, but here's what happened. You know how Credit Karma notify you saying your credit score went up. However, my credit score went down. And I'm like, what in the world just happened? So everything was like perfect. What I mean by everything was perfect was payment history was 100%, right? Utilization was at 0%. I had no derogatory marks. Credit age was, I don't know, I don't remember my credit age. I got like 21 plus total accounts, and I had like less than 3 hard inquiries. Everything was fine on my credit report. So I was like, yo, why my credit score dropped? It's not telling me, you know how you click on and see what happened previously, but it's not telling me nothing. So what I did was I went to my actual credit report, right? So you can actually view your credit report. I think it's like way at the bottom, it says view your credit report. So I viewed my credit report, and what happened was I was going through account after account after account after account, like I'm trying to figure out like why my credit score dropped. So it said a charge off was added back to your credit report. I was like, they think they slick. So that's another reason why your credit score dropped. And it won't reflect on payment history. It won't reflect on none of this, right? Because everything's paid off and everything, but they added it back onto your credit report. So that's another scenario on the reason why your credit score dropped. They will add an account that you don't even know about, or they will re-add an account that's on your credit report and you have no idea, and that's why your credit score dropped. So what you want to do is view your credit report and go look at every single account, right? Every single trade line on your credit report, right? See what they just added, because sometimes they add an old charge off or something else and add it back to your credit report, and then your credit score drop, and you're gonna go crazy because we all get that notification that your credit score went up, but then it went down. You're like, yo, what happened? So this is probably one of the reasons why your credit score tanked. So if you need help removing anything off your credit report, you want to grab my free secret letter. Now with this free secret letter, it sets the credit bureaus out so you can knock them out, right? However, if you don't have time, if you don't have the patience, if you don't feel like doing this, what you can do is reach out to my team. The link is in the description for the secret letter and my phone number to call my office. All right, I'll see y'all in the next class.